Hello and welcome everyone. My name is TyrionLanstr. I wanted to begin my three-part series breaking down the preseason rankings of all of the different Alliance Conquest teams in the Super League. And we'll start with the 16th team. That would be GCM. GCM is an impressive 48 billion alliance. That puts them actually at 20th overall in terms of all alliances' power, but that will give them the 16th seed in our Chronicler rankings. They are led by, I hope I'm not butchering this name, but Zarowski, but he is joined by a supporting cast of members that seem to all be a very balanced power. GCM doesn't have any tremendous whales that are just going to overpower you, but they're very consistent. As you can see here in their top 10, they have a lot of members with a lot of power and a lot of troops, and they're going to be looking to use that troop advantage to overcome most of their opponents. But moving right along, we next have our 15th slot. And our 15th team is none other than HOH. HOH is an impressive 54 billion alliance, and that places them at 13th in the overall power, but again, just 15th here, so slightly below. HOH is definitely another one of those very balanced alliances. As you can see by their top 10 rankings, they once again don't have any really true whales that are going to be just soloing anyone out of buildings, but they are a very, very well-balanced alliance. You can certainly expect them to have good strategy, good communication, and a whole lot of troops and heals. They're going to be a tough one to beat, but definitely that lack of power, just in terms of some rallying strength, may become their Achilles heel. But moving right along, we next have our 14th ranked team, and that is none other than TBE. Last season, TBE was of course ranked 16th, and they made it to the Ultimate Conquest, and they're currently ranked 16th in power, coming in at 53 billion, but we have them ranked a little higher here at 14th. Now, I think that this has a lot to do with the fact that they've been recruiting lately, and they've gotten some new strong leads. They've got a lot of power players, and we know they know what they were doing to have made it as far as they did last season. So I think TBE is definitely a team to watch, as one to do a little bit better than their power might show. But coming in next, we have our 13th ranked team, and that would be none other than Ash. Now, Ash is a very impressive 59 billion alliance, placing them at 10th overall. But as we all know, power isn't everything, and they are ranked slightly lower on our list at 13th. They're of course led by the Chronicler Yograin, and this is an alliance that we know has been around for a long, long time. They've been in Kingdom 4 for about almost since Kingdom 4 started, really. They know what they're doing in this event. They're strong, they're good at countering what other teams are trying to do, but they just lack that rallying strength. And despite the fact that they're going to have strong participation and strong numbers, they currently just don't have any whales that are really going to be able to keep up with the very top teams, but you can bet that against the most average alliances, they're going to be able to clean up with. But for now, let's move right along to 12th place. And 12th place will be held by NW1. NW1 is a 54 billion alliance. That places them at 14th overall, so a slight improvement in their actual rankings from this preseason ranking. But I think this is a lot because they are a very deceptive alliance. Their power is not quite as strong as they really are. They have some very strong leads, and this is an alliance that actually does start to have some of those whales that can really compete with some of the top alliances. Just take a look at their top member. That is that famous bow leader that has revolutionized the way we all look at bowmen in this game. So you can bet that NW1 is going to be a tough one to beat. Now, the last alliance I'm going to mention today is our 11th place alliance, and I gotta say, this one was a shock to me. Coming in at 11th, we have N30, a whopping 82 billion alliance that is currently ranked second in the entire world power rankings. I gotta say, this one was definitely a shock to me. If I had to guess, it has to be due to their lackluster performances that they've had a couple times in the past. Now, I think this is still a little bit low for them, and I think that they're not getting quite the respect that they deserve, but I definitely think that this is an alliance that has a little bit of something to prove. I mean, when you have the second most power in the game and you're being ranked 11th, it really says something. I think that this is, again, probably not an accurate ranking for them. When you have a whale like Fulgore, you just got to expect that that alliance is going to be pretty strong and pretty tough to beat. My bet is that they could probably beat a couple of the teams that are ranked ahead of them, but just due to some of their past performances, they haven't really instilled a lot of credibility that they know what to do with their power. I think that the more that they can show that they are well organized and can actually put together a strong performance with the power that they have, the better they're going to look, and my guess is that they will very likely outperform this ranking. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for the next one in just the next couple days.